Hello and welcome back to TheHereticSpot plays Tyranny. Now for every Friday, so I hope is the release of the episode for Tyranny. So let's see. Last time we did a lot of stuff. We won a grand battle, got a new comrade, and we are still on the tower trying to find our way down. So let's see. Oh, new symbol and the fifth eye, and that is Barrack. Yep. I put Barrack back in. Not back, but I put him on the. Well. What's the word? I put him off the party and put him on a break, more or less, because I think 2 ranged and 2 melee characters are fine. And I see I should change my formation, because now he is coming into the middle part. And Verse is becoming a melee character again, because she is bloody awesome as melee. Well, she's bloody awesome as range as well. Her bow abilities are stunning and burning.
Let's try not to stand out, shall
so
we?
let's see, what do we have here? To the west you see a shining spire of Lycian's Crossing. Yes, but nothing else here. Well, we have something to the east, should be. To the east you can see deep ashen clouds surrounding the burning library. And here we have nothing. Let's go down here and let's change Versus equipment, because she is still on her bow. Jing. Now she has those fierce daggers, red rivers and gut seeker. Horrid names, really. Shattered iron sword. Well, yeah, I remember something. We should seek those iron swords and bring them back to a smith or so. Do we have something good here? Slash and pierce. The average DPS is normal. Accuracy is less, but loads more. Armor piercing, but as you can see, those other daggers, they have an ability, minor accuracy and minor parrying. That's why I'm hesitating to use this one. Let's put all that stuff. Oh, what do we have here? Twisted iron sword and spear. I love spears. What is that? Heart of Battle. Ooh. Hello. And it has an ability like Frenzy. Does 8 to 10 in damage, but it has more damage per second, so it attacks faster. Has like loads more accuracy. Is that a ranged weapon? I don't think so. Right click for more details. Look at that. It looks like an ancient dagger. Minus 10% recovery time while his wound. Ooh, not bad. This dagger was shaped by hands eager to wield it, and some of that intentionally seems to have led into the crafting. Oh boy. That is really nice. So that dagger, if I look at it, both hands would actually have the same rate of bonuses. Let's put it into main hand. And what does minor accuracy actually do? +4 to accuracy. Oh. So it takes that off. Accuracy goes down to 61. 90. Wow. Okay, I will leave that then. For now. But interesting, really. The bow was, I think, weaker. Let's put... yeah, put that here. Oh, scroll. That's a sigil of reaching. Grasp. Verse does not have enough lore. Ah, yeah, I have enough lore, of course. Ah, yeah, that Rod in Ruin, that was the sort I had for being a pre-orderer. There's less DPS, more recovery, more range. Ah, I can put it on 3 or 4 when those are free. Without helmet? Oh, let's do it without helmet at the moment. So we can see the fierce face of our hero, anti-hero or negative hero. So, what does he have? Old water. +10 armor, magic resistance, marshberry. Put everything. What is that? Potion of revival. That's important, actually. I will put that here. Potion of heroes. Ooh. Oh, let's put the potions where they should be. What do we have here? Red moss poultice. Into the back. Jasper as well. Rot spear. And cheese. So, this sanguine scroll. Blood of the Fallen. Right click. 50 meters range. Projectile. 6 meter radius. Area of effect. Corrode damage. Ooh. So, we have sorted that one out. And let's see what the spire here does now. On closer inspection, a series of symbols carved around the base of the structure come into view. One symbol pulses with a blue-white glow. The pattern resembles the glowing lines of light seen on the floor of Ascension Hall moments before you found yourself transported above the clouds. As you stare at the symbol, the chill of the wind abates and your chest swells with warmth. The air finally feels welcoming, your lung sated at last. No, Lantry speak. I'd be careful going any closer. This whole tower humming with energies that we don't understand. Lantry holds his quill poised above a sheet of parchment with anticipation. Now, I don't say back away. Let's find out what it does. Just be cautious. You staked your claim on the tower and everything in it. Whatever that sculpture is, it belongs to you. Says verse. Ep. I can feel power running through the place. Ep surveys the surroundings, her gaze sweeping to the object at the center. You can sense the magic of the spire even from down below, but up here, this close to the axis of the spire, the deluge of energy is numbing. We are a man of action, are we? We are not asking, what is this thing? Let's just touch it. The stone is smooth and cool to the touch. Marbling patterns move from the curves of the sculpture, looking more akin to veins than imperfection of rock. You can find a single marking to suggest an artisan's tool. As you are about to draw your finger away, you feel a sudden return pressure on your finger as the sculpture touches you back. What? The sculpture is once again still. There's a rush of warmth through your body, a jolt of energy that steadies your balance. A barrage of tactile sensation floods your mind as you feel footsteps and wind, but not on your face or your limbs. A moment later, the flood of information begins to make sense. You are feeling the wind against the spire, and even the weight of your own feet, as if the spire were a second spine. Okay. With this connection made, you feel your awareness pulled from this place, not as a traveler, but as a glimpsing the world from impossible far away. But as one glimpsing the world from impossibly far away makes more sense. In this moment, there's nothing you cannot see, though you see it nearly all at once, and in a flood of sensation that is difficult to pass. You see a spire at the crossing of an ancient stone structure, two walls extending off into the distance. And the base of the eternal spire, settlers and merchants act in every way unconcerned, toiling under the observation of unforging taskmasters. As the shadows of the spire falls over them, the mood changes. The settlers pause in shared unease and look up at the sky, towards you. Some of the faces looking at you familiar, and you recognize this place, Lycian's Crossing, where you served during the war. Near this settlement, built at the joining of the ancient walls, you see a breach in the massive masonry, a cleft into the forbidden, hidden realm within the old walls. Okay, now we can move, more or less. Oops, that was my microphone. And I need to drink something, because, for obvious reason, my mouth is getting dry. Or my tongue. Quite unprofessional, but hey. We are not here to make gold So, do we move closer to the spire or to the forbidden hidden realm within the old walls? Let's drift into the old walls entrance. Shadows envelop you, muting all sound and vision with slight delay. There's a feeling of perversion, of wrongness. Whether arcane powers allowing your sense to drift free of your body seems to falter in this place. Figures haunt the stone halls, drifting emanations of cloud, claw and fang. They pay you no heed, but you fear them all the same. In the depths of this forbidden place, the deepest chamber is bathed in light. An arcane symbol illuminates the floor, though the details hurt your eyes when you focus. That might be one of those here as well. With a gentle tug, your focus pulls back to a new horizon, though it takes you a moment to recognize it as Vendrian's well. You've returned to the awareness of your immediate surroundings. The effect leaves you unsteady on your feet. Drift closer to the spire. The spire feels similar to the one you now occupy, though instead of radiating arcane life, it reeks of dust and crumbling stone, a branch withering once pulled from its tree. It reaches for you with a barely perceptible tug. The link between you and the spire recedes. The arcane bond is still present, but the mystical energies from the moment are quiet. Your body flooded with excitement and fatigue. It's unclear whether the mystic connections is strengthening you or stiffening. The tower offers nothing by way of answer, and you know that asking would only yield more silence and mystery. The deluge of sensation is over, but the positions of the other spires still linger in your mind. From your vantage point atop the mountain spire, you can easily spot the mysterious structures, each of them rising high above their distant surroundings. Jeebus, my nose. Lantry, did you see that? Lantry signs a long sigil in the air, squinting at you as he works his cantrip. The ripples are everywhere. When you move, the magic of the spire stirs and churns the portal over there. Those burning braziers, they all grow more intense as you approach. I think it's responding to your presence. Verse. Before we get ahead of ourselves, it's worth remembering that you ended Cure's edict. That's no small feat. Maybe your connection to this place is related. Either way, sounds like something for the arcane-minded to investigate. Fifth Eye. Speak with me after you see Tunon, Fatebinder. The disfavored need to be shown their place. If a dog acts up, you use a firm hand to put it back down. If we are to succeed in the tiers, we must work quickly. I will be waiting. Goodbye. I should have shoved you off the tower. Exciting. Hello, cat.
I got it.
I got it.
On the lookout.
Okay. I wonder what I can do with these. But there's nothing else on the map. So let's get back into the Ascension Hall. Oh, what? Why is it blinking? Might there be a world map? Oh my god! Sunset Spire. Okay, there. Bastard City. Ah, yeah, I have to go there actually. Tunons court. I have to answer for my actions. Ah, and look at that. Those red places are held by... oh, I forgot it. Well, purple is held by the disfavored, and the red one is held by... Damn it. How can I forget? What was the name? Come on, Heretic, think. What is the name of those people you fought with as brothers and sisters in a war for ages? That is the answer. Well, that's how it is, apparently. So we have some areas still untouched by the disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus. There we go. Haha. Patting on my shoulder. Good job. And those purple places. So we probably have to fight the disfavored at some point. But yeah. Can I just... 2 days, 7 hours. Okay. Lots of ahs. Let's travel down first, because I think there was still some loot down there. And I want it. I need it. Nah. Armor can never reduce damage below 1. Oh. But if armor can't, what about magic? The stone throne is caked with a solid layer of dust. No one has set up upon it for quite some time. The intricacies of this architecture suggests a master of craftsmanship is far beyond what one would expect from a normal tiersman. All the remains on the plates and in the goblets are molded bits of bread and dingy water. A decent meal hasn't been had in this room for a long time. Oh, ha. That was the wrong button. Where's my game? Here it is. There's loot. Oh. Iron heater shield. That looks good. +1 parry, dodge at 4 to endurance. Oh, nice. Plop. What? Yeah. Let's put it down here. Yep. Nice. Very nice. Let's get out. Spells are created from both core and expression sigils. I think... Oh! We have something still in here. Plants, locked iron gauntlets. This old book is fragile and hard to read, but there are legible plans in it for locked iron gauntlets. This item can be created with access to a spire forge, upgraded and proper materials. Oh, we can craft? Take all. Ah, and yes, that is true. We actually can hire people. Up to 6 recruits for this tower. So, what should it be? We have a merchant, we have a skilled trainer. We have several skilled trainers actually. But the thing is, I have no idea how those benefits would work in the end. There's materials actually. Bronze, iron, alchemy supplies, hide, scrolls. One-handed weapon, two-handed weapons, thrown weapons, parry and dodge. And they all cost quite some money. Oh. Well, I would like to have a smith as well. But that means we have to save some money. Well, I have lots of items in my stash, I guess, which might be used for something. Oh yeah, and we haven't been in all the rooms because... Nice. Decker plans. Okay, we really need a smith. We have an inventory. We have all. And can we sort by value, low to high? Okay. Liberating hand wraps. Twisted iron sword. Nobleman head, yeah. Lots of weapons. And then food. And a leather buckler. An accessoire for pairing. That actually could get to her because there's still an accessoire missing, and that might be something. Where is it? Here, plop, there. And everything else is... Let's see if the gauntlets do stuff too. Everything which is light. Okay. Let's see. get more in parry, which is good. And unarmed DPS and recovery. Okay, that is actually for non-weapon fighting, it seems. That is good. We have some more quests. Voice of Kyros and Stirring Visions. The Voice of Kyros. Yep, that is my next goal.
Shh.
Always pressing the wrong button. Oh, a kitchen. And we were here actually. Oh, there's more to it. Heavy leather gloves, light armor. Who got that? And oh, my shield's on the ground, surfing on it. So, and put it back. And we're... Okay, those gloves are gone. No, not gloves. Oh, gloves. Never mind. Deflection, precision. They all have unarmed abilities. Deflection, recovery, precision. But I am using light armor. Okay, I knew I used light armor. I give it to her.
You want me to be subtle? Fine.
You want me to be subtle? Fine. That is... Oh, yeah, we were here, actually. Let's go there. Look at that. There might be something in here. A campfire. That is welcome. Lesser healing potion. Let's put it into an inventory. And that goes there. And more. Cheese. We always need cheese, of course. Oh. Bronze. That's ranged weapon. Maybe for something else. I'm not sure yet. And what is there? There's something. Card. What might be in there? Another set of gloves. Well, this time I'm taking it. Is that anything? Ceremonial fate binder of Tunons gloves. Okay. Might have some worth. If I had to predict what happens now, when we go to Tunon, we probably will lose our status, what we are. More of that stuff. Light cloth. And light cloth. Yep. And gone. So, let's make a save here, because it's always good to make saves. And go to the world map. And then travel for days to Tunons court in the bastard city. Well, we could go to the Sunset Spire first, at Lythian's Crossing. That's where the old gate is, but I think... What? Is that part of my quest, maybe? Steering visions. Find a way to Lythia. That is one of my primary missions. I will try the Tunon first, because the boss called and I will answer it. Tunon's court. 2 days and 12 hours of traveling time. Do you want to do that? Look at that. All those black holes. Wow. That must have been something. Yes, I want to. Ah. Funny. We arrive at night. Lady Lucretius. Hello, Lady Lucretius. This well-dressed older woman stands apart from the milling crowd of nobles. She stares off into the distance, oblivious to your approach until you are right in front of her. Oh, greetings. She offers a reserved smile. Ender Lucretius, formerly of Sistelholm. You have to look of someone who belongs here. A fate binder, no doubt? She nods. What are all these nobles doing in Tunon's court? She smirks and shakes her head, trying to look brave and warrant, but if you crane an ear to any of their conversations, you'll hear a different tale. 3 years since Tunon set up a shop in the bastard city, we are still getting used to our new masters and figuring out what we can and can't ask them. She nods to the assembled nobles. These are smart, ring-planty folk. The way they approach Tunon, you'd think they were raised under the tyrant's lash. Some have come to settle a grievance, others to pledge fealty. I've been standing around long enough to know that the adjudicators doesn't care for empty gestures. What is Sistelholm? A great sigh deflates her. It was my family's ancestral hall. The oldest stone dated back to the years when the bastard city was naught but a dozen roofs, and wagons clustered for warmth. Compared to the houses of the great lords, it was nothing special. Age had softened the wood, and its queer placement in the warehouse district set it apart from the finer ground where lords and ladies strolled for amusement. It was a mess, but our mess all the time. I would invite you over for tea, something stronger even, but it would only disappoint. You'll find naught there but a gaping hole. Farewell. Oh, other fate banners. And there we have the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus, Mocking Blaze, Blood Mulch, Bitter Quip, Civius, Albitronus, and Aurora. Any petitioners that displease Tunon would meet their fate in the pits below the court. This is Bastard City! Something like that. Plop. And, aha, Tunon itself. My master. Let's walk here.
You call yourselves officers of Kairos' army, but your conduct falls short of my expectations. The court finds your accounts of Vendrian's well lacking, rife with misdirection and fallacy, fouled with baseless accusation.
The shadow beneath Tunon's cloak darken and flare around him. Murmurs of unease erupt of the court. I will not interrupt. He is a master. I will listen. Albitronus. I have actually no idea if that is a man or a woman. Your Honor, I have relayed the events as experienced them. You can well imagine why my aversion conflicts with his. She makes a dismissive gesture to the Scarlet Chorus representative. On my honor, and on that of the great general, I would sooner snap my sword and perjure myself before you, Archon. Blood Mulch. Well, that is the guy. Oh, so you imply that falsehood comes easier to my lips than yours? You're a fool if you believe that the Archon of Justice won't see through your lies because the disfavored think themselves better than an honest gang.
Silence. The contradictions in your statements will be examined, and falsities threshed from truths. If we find you have perjured yourselves, Bled and Mark will see to your fate.
Bled and Mark. Bled and Mark is Kiro's knife in the shadows, the unseen drop of poison that enforces the Overlord's will. He reports to Tunon, the Adjudicator, serving in his capacity as a final word to those who hold Kiro's law in contempt. Few know of the origin of the Archon of Shadow, or how Kyros maintains a Kyros contains a hold on him. Those who anger the Archon never live long past sunset. Okay.
Fatebinder, we will start with the matter of the Archons. Graven Ash and the Voices of Nerat have declared war upon each other. In addition to violating Kairos' peace, they have thrown the conquest of the Tears into disarray. By all accounts, these hostilities began shortly after your arrival. Tell us what transpired.
Okay. The Archons could not agree on who should lead the siege and descended into accusation of treachery. It seemed a mutual spat. The Archons have been of different minds since the start of the war. Both are somewhat true, but I think that the first one explains a bit bit better. That it seemed a mutual spat. The disfavored were more deserving of the honor. Our tactics and training outmatched the Vendrian's guard at every turn. What balderdash! The disfavored couldn't tip over a straw hut if they had a week to strategize. Our howling mob was better equipped to overwhelm the Vendrian guard. Our recruits were ready to throw themselves at the enemy, if only Ash and his legion would agree to a plan.
The Fatebinder presents testimony. I warn you both against speaking out of turn. Something more than a mere disagreement unraveled this campaign, but I will return to that in time. Let us speak of Ascension Hall. From all accounts, it would seem you were instrumental in its capture, or so the petitioner of the Scarlet Chorus testifies. The disfavored commander has a dimmer view of the matter. Lend me your perspective.
I will not lie, no. I joined with the Scarlet Chorus. We took the citadel with an unstoppable advance.
The edict meant certain doom if the siege failed. So why, when your survival depended on it, did you join your strength to the Scarlet Chorus and not the elite disfavored?
Petty squabbles clouded Graven Ash's judgment. He was too mirrored in assaulting the voices to conquer the citadel properly. The voices of Nerat was willing to win the citadel at any cost. Ash values his army more than his duty to Kyros. That is something harsh to say. Both actually predict something. The first sentence actually says that he is not fit to lead because he can't think properly for strategies or come to a conclusion with another army. The other one tells him that he's doing, or not doing, he has a subordinating behavior. He doesn't care for the orders as long as his army is alive, and he can do with them whatever he is certain they will achieve. That is quite something. I will take the second actually, because I mean both were very angry and probably not properly minded at some point, but he wanted to have tactics which have lesser losses, which is not bad, but he despised the Scarlet Crows and didn't want them anywhere at all, so I take the second one. The voices of Nerat was willing to win the citadel at any cost. Ashes values his army more than his duty to Kyros. For a long while, Tunon, the adjudicator, hovers over silence, shadows trailing from below his robes.
I will consider this testimony at length. The court thanks you for it. Is there anything you wish to add at this time?
I've told you all that I know.
Your testimony is accepted by the court. The statements of our guests raise questions in my mind. There is much about this campaign that has caused me to wonder.
That's true.
A shipment of iron weapons was short on arrival. Where coveted iron is concerned, I don't believe it to be a clerical error. One of my agents recovered this seal in Echo Call. It belongs to a merchant collective. Lethian's Crossing is teeming with their kind. If you would root out treachery, I would advise starting there.
Oh. Wow. He already gives us our next task. That's nice.
Petitioners, leave us. I would have a private audience with the Fatebinder. Ascend and join me. You will find the way opened.
Oh. The voices of Kyros. Awesome. I will... Oh, look, we have more Fatebinders. Nunoval, Kalio, and Rogolos. Let's see what... no. Fatebinder Nunoval. Tunon favor 1. Ah, Mendrake, you return. Unscathed and more acclaimed than ever, as seems to be your way. The Fatebinder of War claps you with excessive strength on the back, though whether it's a friendly greeting or a warning seems suspect. I look forward to more news of your travels in the days to come. Surely you'll have regaled with me the details. Come, let us speak freely. Well, I will not go through everything here yet. Let's see if we can pick a interesting question. No. Well, we all are, probably. Could you remind me of the history of the Fatebinders? Tell me more about Kyros and armies. I've claimed the spire of vengeance. Well, I would hear of your past victories in the war. Let's give him a statement. I've claimed the spire at Vengeance Well. So the court whispers are true. The Fatebinder rubs his fingers along the underside of his chin, pondering his thoughts with great weight. After a moment, he offers a wistful sort of smile. Someday, I would like to witness for myself this tower that has risen above the realm like a blade thrust into the sky. I gained minor favor, actually. Yay! I will save that for later, maybe. Farewell. All the Fatebinders have to say something. Yes. Mendrake, I see you've returned to... Hey, cat! That is my table. Thank you. Mendrake, I see you have returned to the fold. Your exploits in Vengeance Well are the matter of some discussion. The Fatebinder of Balance regards you with a discerning eye, and for a moment you feel as if she's trying to peer into the very depths of your mind. What can I do for you? Kalio touches a gentle hand to your shoulder. Has anything happened while I was away? Rogalus traveled to the Vellum Citadel to secure the archives for the gracious overlord. The sages there proved more stubborn than we'd anticipated, so Rogalus was forced to proclaim Kyros' Edict of Fire, consuming the citadel in a gulf of eternal flames. A sad affair. You seem to know much of my actions. Have you been spying on me? Well, that's... I wouldn't put it like that. I would have said it differently, but, well, here we go. Don't act surprised. It's my duty to ensure that those who operate under the Adjudicator's name adhere to the spirit of his law. If not, if not the very letter. Of course, I have nothing to hide. So you say, but I have to weigh all evidence presented before me with an objective eye. Assume you are being watched, Fatebinder, but don't concern yourself. There is no more than any citizen of the Empire can expect. Farewell. Okay. And Rogalus. Fatebender, you return. Rogalus looks you up and down with an inscrutable expression. And they all have different colors as well. You look as if you have questions for me to untangle. Ask. I'm feeling generous. Yeah, I should maybe read the questions. Sorry. We have, tell me about some of the past Archons. I won't take that. Where did you study when you were younger? What do you think of the other Fatebinders? Can you tell me about the Old Walls and the Bane? Oh, that is a good question, actually. I'd like to know more about the tiers. I want to talk about the sages. Yeah, let's ask of the Old Walls first. No! Nah. You'll need to be more specific than that, I'm afraid. There's one last count, slightly more than a handful of us. What's your opinion of me? I've pondered your impulsive nature. It vexes me constantly. Your support of the Scarlet Chorus only affirms my belief that you are among the more severe and unpredictable members of our office. You'll need to be more specific. Back to that. Talk about something else. Old War. With which should I start? The Old Walls. We know little enough about the ancient structure, save that they predate all historical record. The forbidding ruins crisscross the tiers and north alike, centuries before we raised our cities. The only one old enough to guess as likely curious. Tell me about the Bane. The Bane are found in the Old Walls, but much of their defining qualities still escape me. They are creatures of smoke, claw, and fang. If you find yourself unfortunate enough to fight one, remember that spells are effective against them. Grab the attention of other lurking near. Okay, good to know. Farewell. At least some conversation. I probably would like to read all of those, but the time it would take, I would probably have another 2 episodes done before we continue our quest. Just reading, and reading. Maybe losing my voice in the process. We'll see. But I have as well I don't have good news for you, listeners. The episode is over. We reached about an hour. That means we will end this episode here and continue on the next one. So, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. And see you next time when it is the HereticSpot plays Tyranny. So, goodbye.